All right, boom, 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 and we back. This is your boy Enigma September, and you're listening to the Enigma Sept Hour, episode 141. And what you just heard was my man Dermo with Six Senses. And shouts out to my man Dermo. We haven't spoke in a minute, but Playboy, I'm gonna hit you up soon enough. Matter of fact, by the time you even see this thing, hopefully I would have already hit you up. But anyway, yeah, this is your boy Enigma September. This is episode 141. Thank you for each and everyone who's listening, either to the podcast or watching the live stream through YouTube or Facebook. And I was tend to forget Twitch. We'll get that switch. And happy Father's Day. How about that? Roll credits. Roll credits. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I am, of course, a black father, according to this t-shirt that my wonderful wife, Felicia, purchased for me for Father's Day. I may just read it for you guys. Well, I have to read it for the podcast listeners because you guys can't see it unless you go to my YouTube page at youtube.com/Enigma Sept 927. But yeah, it says Black Father. The A is replaced with a outline of Africa with the red, black, and green colors, letting you guys know that we are really Pan-African in here. Yeah, of course. It says Black Father, noun. He selfishly can't read upside down. He selflessly protects his family while holding the weight of the world on his shoulders. Blessed with melanin, the most important piece in the game. And this is a second. There's two definitions. A highly respected, commanding, powerful, and ambitious male of African heritage. Male royalty personified. Start the waterworks. Yo, first of all, I'm just going to say thank you, baby. Thank you, Felicia, for this. And also thank you and shouts out to my baby, Mackenzie. So had a wonderful, wonderful day with the both of them. Woke up to breakfast and we were able to go and visit my father, which if you are viewing the thumbnail to the podcast or the YouTube video, yeah, that's us. You can see the picture of the shirt. And my daughter's shirt, I think, said my dad is my king. Not gonna feel a ways about it. Like, I don't want to feel like I preside over my daughter like a subject, but you get it. So, but she is definitely my princess, and I love her dearly with all of my heart, as well as I love my wife with all of my heart, which means I must have two hearts. Or maybe I got like alternate universes, you know what I mean? Maybe it was just, I don't know, like a Marvel universe, multiverses of hearts. No. But no, I love them both, man. And today has been one of the greatest. I can't say the greatest because I'm still living. Something may happen in the future. Who knows? May get even greater. But yeah, man. So Father's Day. Of course, I have something more I have regarding father and fatherhood. But you guys are gonna have to bear with me when I get into that. This going to be impromptu. Most of this is impromptu anyway, but the discussion that I want to have at the second half of the episode is going to be impromptu. So it may be a lot of ums. And it's funny because me and Felicia had a discussion about that earlier this week. And I was like, well, I know not to say because I was taught better than that as a journalism student from Florida A&M University. Oh, that's wrong. Let me get clapped. Yeah, FAMU. Y'all know the vibes. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure those who listen regularly will be like, bro, you say a lot. But if I do, you attest it to me just trying to figure out what I'm going to say, because a lot of this is impromptu. A lot of this is not really planned. Even when I do have notes, they're like loose notes. So I just pretty much just go from there. Just trying to figure things out. Like right now, like oddly enough, I have a list of things that I want to speak on, mainly because Felicia told me to speak on them, because I was like, I don't know what to talk about. Because I had like three different plans to do with this episode, and they all got wiped away. And so it was like, what am I going to do? And then it was the weekend. It was Father's Day weekend, and we went to go visit fathers. And so it was like, I don't have time to really sit here and figure out what I'm going to talk about. And then my baby was like, you can talk about this, that, and the third. And now I'm here in the space that I was so anxious about, and I don't have anything to talk about because I don't want to talk about those things anymore. They're trash. I don't want to talk about them. So what am I going to do? Nah, I'm joking. I'm going to talk about them. Anyway, again, big shout outs to all the fathers out there. Also big shout out to just all the listeners, everybody that's been vibing with me for these upcoming 3 years. Yes. Keep letting y'all know 3 whole years. And I got something planned in July. I got the first leg out the way. I just got to make sure I get the other legs together. But I got something really big planned for July. So you guys stay tuned. All right. How much time have I wasted giving you guys no hip hop information? Looks like about 8 minutes. Okay, that's enough. That's enough fluff. No, you was talking about loving your daughter and your wife. That was fluff, bro. That was. You gotta do better. Take that shirt off. E. You don't deserve that shirt. Anyway, self-depreciating humor. You can't get enough of it. Speaking of depreciating, it was reported or said that newcomer out of is he from Atlanta? No, he's from Chicago. Newcomer Polo G is projected to outsell the Migos for first week sales. Last week, I think I reported that Polo G had been arrested in Miami for assaulting an officer after his album release party. Yeah. I don't know what became after that. Yeah, it was something else. What else? What? No, that's somebody else. Ooh. Oh, I'm thinking about Pooh Shiesty. That's messy. That's a messy situation. Don't know if I want to touch it. Tekashi 6ix9ine wants to die. But with Polo G, he released his album, I think Hall of Fame. Yeah. Along with Migos dropping Culture 3. And I wish my IB friends would stop chatting in my phone. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, IB guys. We're all turning 40 now. But no, Polo G outsold the Migos, or projected outsell Migos to take the #1 spot in Billboard Top 200. So E, why is this interesting? Because Polo G is not that much interesting of a rapper. As someone was like, "Oh, he kind of trash." I was like, I don't think he trash. I don't get the hype. He's probably mid, as the kids say, at most. He's not trash though. I can't say he's trash. I can he's listenable, but there's nothing that draws him from the pack. However, I do recall, I think the last album was The GOAT, and not The GOAT, but that was the title of the last album. But I do recall a number of people saying that it was a classic, and it didn't come off as if they were being like fanboys. They were just pretty much like, yo, it's a solid project. So I'm not sure. It's not my call. But being that I think I mentioned this before too, his hype it doesn't feel like hype. It just feel like he's just really cruising along, taking it as it comes. And because it doesn't feel like hype, it doesn't feel like he's a industry plant. It's hard for me to think that anyone saying that he's this good or whatever is just pulling something out of a magician's hat. I really think people legit mess with him if they mess with him. And so people calling his last album a classic. Now him coming off this album, which I listened to, and like I said, it's okay. Being outselling Migos, which is the biggest rap group out of any rap group. Are there still rap groups? But Migos is one of the premier acts of hip hop right now. And I think the key thing is this may be a changing of the guard. I believe I've been screaming from the top of my lungs that we are now reaching the end of an era, the class of 09, or someone may say the class of 2010. But yeah, it's starting to become a wrap. I think to me, this may seem I said the word wrong. It's not hyperbole. It may seem like a hyperbole, but to me, this may be a signal as much as when Nirvana outsold Michael Jackson. When Nevermind outsold, I think it was not Bad. What came after Bad? Dangerous. The Dangerous album. And that was kind of a signal of a change in the industry. I think this is that. As far as the new kids on the block are starting to take over, or will start to take over. So Polo G, Lil Baby, Gunna, can't think of anybody else. NLE Chopper, Young Boy, which now apparently there's 1,000 trolls of young boy trolls on Twitter. It's weird. But anyway, yeah, I think Meg Thee Stallion. What's it, Erica? Who's Meg Thee Stallion clone? Erica something? Erica Banks? The City Girls, like, they're trying to take over. And the J. Cole's, the Kendrick Lamar's, the Wiz Khalifa's, the Meek Mills, the Drakes, the Nicki Minaj's, the Migos, the Futures, the Young Thugs, like, yo, it's time to go. Y'all got to get up out of here. It's a wrap. It's done for y'all, man. Anyway, speaking of Meg Thee Stallion, loud. Y'all got to relax, bro. Y'all got to relax. So apparently there was some Twitter beef. People had Twitter fingers the other day. Meg Thee Stallion took some shots at the baby he retweeted a tweet that showed love to him and Tory Lanez on some like real nastiness. And she didn't take too kind of it. And she put him on blast. And he was like, yo, shawty, you tripping. And then her boyfriend was like, nah, bro, you tripping. We coming after you. It's done for you. Now, I don't think it's done for the baby. He's murdered someone. He's literally murdered someone. Yeah, nah. Dog, nope, not me. Nah. Maybe on Twitter, I may be like, hey, the baby, you need to relax. But he's murdered someone and got away with it. And there was a guy who tried him and he didn't murder him. The guy isn't here anymore. And family's saying they're not sure if the guy just died of natural causes either. So I just not sure if you want to bark up that tree. I met the stallion, she could be upset, and she has all the right to be upset. But yeah, her little boyfriend, I can't think of his name right now because I do this impromptu. I really don't be researching this. Relax. Pele something. I don't know. Peladonis. I got like his government name in my head and I can't pronounce it. But anyway, bro, relax. You don't want that. You don't. Nope. I don't want to smoke you. Ashton, you know. Bro, you know. Ashton, you may want to stay tuned, bro. Because I got you up next. Yo. Happy Father's Day. Now, granted, people on Facebook land, I can't see y'all in the queue. So, I can't see your name. Who was that? Oh, my man Keith. My man Kiefer. What up, bro? What up, bro? Happy Father's Day to you too, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who is that? I gotta see who it is, man. I gotta see who it is. But anyway, met the stallion and her boyfriend. Y'all, hey, that's Fee. Adrian, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But yeah, what was I about to say? You don't want to bark up that tree, bro. He doesn't want to bark up that tree. No, sir. No, sir. That's not what you want to do. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got. I don't know where they stand at right now, but yeah, you need to relax, bro. Speaking of people need to relax, Bow Wow and Souljah Boy. This is for Felicia, y'all. I really don't care because I was born in the early 80s and not the late. I was born in the early 80s. I don't care about these dudes. Bow Wow and Souljah Boy would be the latest addition to the Millennium Tour following their little tiff on the verses. I forgot when the verses battle going down. I think it's soon. Anyway, yeah, man. So all you mid 30-year-old thoughts. No, I'm stop. First of all, Felicia don't want to go see them. So she's not a thought. And really anybody that want to go see them is not a thought. Jokes, relax. But anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, all the people. And then she types in the chat room that she doesn't care. I know, baby. I know you don't care. But yeah, all you 30 to 35-year-old ladies, you know, you can get your babysitter and be like, hey, hubby, I'm gonna go on this tour and scream like I did back in 2003 when I was a junior in high school. I don't know. I see Bow Wow again for the 50th time because let's like great. Okay. I'm kind of scared. I'm not even sure if Souljah Boy is going to show up. Man's been looking sick. Man, been looking tick. Man, been looking real sick. I'm just saying, he can lay off whatever he owned. He didn't let it go. But bro, Souljah, he out here looking like a whole skeleton, bro. And I know I can't talk because I'm thicker than Farmer John's pig, but bro, yeah, wherever he's on, man, somebody get him off of there. So hopefully, I don't know if he need the money because if you're probably using the money to get what he doing, he got him looking like Skeletor, bro. Speaking of Skeletor, to all the early 80 babies, how about this? Apparently, they what's the word? They are rebooting. They rebooting the He-Man Masters of the Universe series, And if you go on YouTube, man, that thing look right. Hey, yo, that man, he don't even say, and not by the power of Great Star, I have the power. Like, he don't even say it the same, but the way he said it now is just as dope as the way he used to say it in the 80s, bro. Like, ain't gonna front. Pause. I was excited. I was like, yo, this look, yo, they had the dude with the one eye that the eye kind of like changed over. Like, he even looked dope, bro. Like, you know, yo, Monroe was in that. Yo, y'all got, yo, for real. After this, yo, go to YouTube, look up Masters of the Universe. Angle, man. Yo, that thing looked right. So all my early 80s babies, y'all know what the vibes is. Y'all go check out that Masters of the Universe. It's a cartoon. But it looked like a new cartoon, but they finally did it justice. Don't worry about the bootleg movie with the Russian dude in it. I don't know what that was all about. That was trash. They were just trying to cash into whatever. Well, any other reboot they may have done since. But I'm trying to tell you, dog. I saw the She-Ra joint. I think they may be doing She-Ra too. Or I saw like the whoever the Hulk lady. Yo, even my man's the one with the O. I can't even think of buddy's name. The little ghost dude with the O with the hat. Even he looked raw in the reboot joint, dog. Like, he come in, they got him like put some force field. He holding the power back, and he was like, dog. I'm trying, man, dog. Y'all don't even know, dog. Y'all don't even know. And maybe I'm tripping. I just got finished watching Invincible. That was like my first little, what was it, Prime, Lex Corp series that I just like ran through. So maybe I'm on my cartoon tip. But yo, like, for real, I got to make this part of the description because I'm just going off on this for the past 5 minutes. But I'm trying to tell you, bro. Matter of fact, next couple things. I don't want y'all to even know about the next thing I'm talking about. So if y'all want to go to YouTube, watch that real quick to come back, and I'll be done with what I'm gonna talk about next because I really didn't want nobody to know because y'all gonna put pressure on me. So, so the next topic. Oh, matter of fact, you know what? I take that back. Souljah Boy, like I said, they doing the verses, so I gotta talk about the verses that just passed with Eve and Trina. Whack. All right, what's going on next? So the next topic is I'm joking. Yeah, Souljah Boy got enough songs to do a concert. Yeah, Souljah Boy apparently got enough songs to do a verses. I don't know how that's gonna fly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, all I know is what Superman talked through the phone, and that one song which I thought was horrible, but this food some kind of way made this thing come like the greatest thing ever. What's it? Pretty Boy Swag. Woke up in the morning, got my swag on. Yo, bro, I thought that song was dead in the water. First time I heard it, I was like, this is trash. This ain't gonna work, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, you messed up. Go back to the dancing joint. And I remember it was one of my little bros. I don't know if it was Fred or Reggie. Probably Reggie. Shouts out to my bros, man. And happy Father's Day to both of y'all boys. And my boy Marlon. Salute. But yeah, I remember they went to Rickard's and it was like a pep rally or something. Well, it couldn't be a pep rally because I was not going to a pep rally in 2010 in the middle of the afternoon. Yeah, no. That would be bad. That would have been bad. Anyway, it was some rally or maybe a basketball game or something. I think it was a basketball game. And I guess it was halftime. They took a timeout. And somebody put that thing on blast and the whole gym erupted. And I was like, oh, I'm asleep. My 29-year-old self is dumb sleep because all of them kids, which is crazy now because they 29, just keep waking up. But all of them kids like erupted. And I was like, oh, okay. He got one. I thought it was a wrap. I thought it was done for, but apparently he got one. But yeah, well, he do got dunked. That's right. He do got dunked. He got dunked. She got yeah. So boy, he got some joints. Like I said, I may be too old. I'm too old for both of them. When Bow Wow popped off, I was like a senior in high school, bro. I want to check in for Bow Wow. Matter of fact, I don't even think I was a senior in high school. I had already graduated. So yeah, y'all late 80s babies. Y'all better show up. A 40-year-old like me gonna be asleep. But anyway, Eve, Trina, it's actually pretty dope when you think about it. I know a lot of people, again, I mentioned on the last episode, was saying like, oh, get the matchup. Why would they even go against each other? And, excuse me, y'all. And they said that, yo, we friends. We've been friends this whole time. And they try to put pictures out to commemorate or to show that, yo, we've been friends. This is why we doing this. But yeah. Now, the amazing thing for me, if you take a step back from the whole Eve and Trina, is Eve was in London. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows, but she married a very wealthy, I think he's like a car racer or something. But he lives in England and she lives with him because they're married. But like, wait, what? Why would she be in London if she married an Englishman? What? That makes no sense. Surely he would come to America. But she performed from London, and I thought that was amazing for Verzuz, especially when you consider where it started. That they could, I'm not gonna say the word right, simultaneously broadcast a performance in Miami and a performance in London at the same time. And there was some lag in their communication, but other than that, it came out pretty seamlessly. There was no big oops like with Teddy Riley. And they were in the States. So when you think of that difference of just a year, that was amazing. That was amazing. As far as who won, yeah, I gotta give it to Trina. I'm sorry. I think one thing I mentioned this on Facebook. What I did learn, or no, I didn't say it's on Facebook. Did I say it's on Facebook? I think I said it to my homegirl. That's out to Shelby. She was supposed to be on the broadcast today, but we got different plans. So, but no, what I learned was Eve raps for the guys. Eve raps for the guys from a female perspective versus Trina raps for the ladies. And I think that's why there was this confusion regarding why they would even compete against each other, or why anyone think that their styles would mesh. But that's what it was. And I realized, like, oh, because Eve just, they both aggressive. They both rap like yo. But I think Eve raps to impress guys in the sense of like, are you that hard rapper? And it kind of makes sense because she came up, or she was part of a crew and she basically had to earn her way onto like an all-male crew. You had DMX, you had the Locks, you had Dragon. So you had all these like really like hardcore dudes that's, especially with DMX. So she really had to come in and be like a pit bull in a skirt and say, come with these, I got these bars. And it's just coming from Philly. You got it. Don't nobody slack out of Philly. Like, I ain't never been to Philly, but that's like my musical home away from home because Philly come with it. So when you think about this, all the rappers that come out of Philly, they come hard. So it's just like that's her MO versus Trina. She was more so just speaking for the ladies' point of view, with dealing with, these kind of thuggish rappers. So, I mean, again, the personification of that is, or a prime example of that is the song that made her popular with Now. She represented the female aspect of dealing with these, ghetto ass niggas. So what you nigga was? So so the thing is, now Eve had the better songs. I think that was obvious, but I think Trina, like I think I said that in the last episode, Trina recorded more, and actually she had a lot of more like I think that whole ass so big like the sun. Like I don't think that's like super popular. I don't think like a lot of people know that, but especially if you was in clubs in Florida or just in the South, because it was her and Killer Mike, like you knew that song because it got played in the clubs. It didn't get a lot of radio traction. I don't even know if they made a video for it, but it had big traction. Like I'm pretty sure A to the L played that song last night in Top Flight. So ass so big like the sun. Like people know that, and I think those type of songs is what puts Trina past whatever. Who said I don't see them as competition. Their styles of music are completely different. I don't think they're completely different. I think their angles and who they're trying to rap to are different. But no, they both are aggressive. They both got aggressive style. They both are street suave, if you will. You know what I'm saying? They're not really trying to hit you up with. They got a couple songs that get kind of soft with Eve and Love Is Blind and what's the other joint? Trina with Single Again. It's like a little soft, but most like their songs are in your face songs, and they're not like goofy, funny like Missy. No, they really come at you like, what you gonna do? Like they both two chicks that gonna be like in your face, like, all right, nigga, what? And you be like, oh, she may kill me. Like I could Trina and Eve may both pull out gats on somebody. Like not even like Lil Kim or Foxy. Like Lil Kim and Foxy may get somebody to do it. Even Trina may actually pull the gat on you. So they got a lot of similarities, but I think the main difference, I can't say completely different. I think the main difference is E rap for the boys and Trina rap for the girls. Yo, I did not mean to talk about that for that long. Look, ignore this. Ignore this to everybody because I don't need no competition. I don't need no competition. I really don't even want to put this out, but I'd be remiss not to talk about Outkast news. So Big Boy, you know, it's funny. I put this in the Enigma Sept Hour podcast group on Facebook, and everybody just got crazy with the retweet. Like, yo, don't tell nobody this. Oh, it's for my birthday present. The man goes up. It's gonna be that much harder for me to get it for my birthday, yo. Y'all stop that. Keep it a secret. But it's not a secret. Big Boy put the Dungeon Family House on Airbnb. For now, it's $25 a night, which sounds ridiculous. I don't think anyone anywhere. I only think me and Felicia would put a room on Airbnb for $25 a night. No, y'all gonna pay up. You crazy? But right now it's set at $25 a night. And I think I shouldn't even tell y'all when it go on sale. It's not open right now, so don't even go to it. You're gonna look stupid. You may want to wait. I don't want to tell you. I think it's June 27th. This reminds me of when Outkast did I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go to the next song. When Outkast did the 20th anniversary tour back in 2014, and the same thing. Like, yo, I want this for my birthday. So shouts out to my baby, my play sister, all that. My little sister, my play sister, Raven. She looked out and was like, "Big bro, I got you." Give Raven her props. She said, "Big bro, I got you." So she went, tried to cop the tickets. I think it was literally on my birthday. I think the first show, it was only going to be one show in Atlanta. I think it was called ATL Last or something. Hashtag ATL Last. And at last, it was some crazy crap. Anyway, She went, tried to get the tickets, and they sold out. And I was sad. It was around this time in 2014, around like June 2014. I was like, dang. Well, I was like, all right, it's cool. You try. I appreciate it, sis. She was like, yeah, I went in as soon as I tried to get the tickets. They sold out. And that's what I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like as soon as they go on sale, it's gonna be like boop, and you're not gonna be able to get into the house until 2023 or something. Like, don't tell anyone. I should have never even passed that article out. But of course, Big Boy been promoting it on his IG page. So who am I? But yeah, but the good news was in that story was they decided to open up 3 other dates, and she was able to get the Friday date, which I think it was a day before my birthday. So she got those tickets, and I went up and I was able to finally see Outkast because I had missed them. The one good chance I had to see them when they came to Tallahassee to the Kapalua back in 2000. And I had regretted that up until 2014 when I finally saw them in Atlanta. And it was a dope show, despite Dre acting like he didn't want to be there. But it was still a dope show. So yeah, that's what we got. So if you're going to do it, like, just try not to do the 27th of September, please. Please. Don't. Please. Okay. That's all I got. Yo, Joe, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to my man, Pat. I'm sure it's going to be a short episode, bro. I'm just going over because, yeah, Fee said I was going to overtalk myself. I was like, baby, I'm not going to have enough. She was like, you going to take like 10 minutes for each one of these things. You're going to do it. It's going to be easy. And she's right. So what's the next song? Hopefully my man's still here. Ashton Martin. I'll play this Ashton Martin Growth Forward, and we're going to be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby. All right, boom, and we back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour, and what you just heard, my man Ashton Martin with Growth 4, and dang, I told you I'd be impromptu. So the topic, the name of the episode I chose prior. Usually when I do these no guest episodes, I just kind of freestyle it and then come up with the name later after I said something. But I had a topic in mind, and so I decided to just go with it. And again, of course, it's about fatherhood in hip hop. Now, I want to find, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to find the story that inspired me to go with this. Carmelo Anthony allegedly has mistress and newborn twins in London, and she's tired of being a secret. That's not hip hop news. Sorry, Joe. That was for you. You could have. That was for you to run with that, bro. Joe, like, yo, why you checking my story, dog? I'm like, yeah, you're right, bro. My bad. Let me see. Is it gonna pull up? Okay, so basically, I was reading an article on Facebook. I think it was The Root, which I don't know what's going on with The Root. I think they got sold to some like private equity, and they articles have been kind of suspect in the past couple of years. But regardless, I was reading this article, and this guy was speaking about his father and how he didn't know his dad. And apparently, looking at the timeline, this guy's my age, but he said he didn't know his dad for the first like 29 years of his life. Apparently, his mom hooked up with his dad, and then his dad got shipped off in the army, crossed seas, and they lost connection. So his mom like literally didn't know or wasn't sure or didn't know who his dad was or whatever. So for 29 years, he didn't know who his dad was. Oh, I found articles right there. And so the guy's name Terrell Jermaine Starr. If y'all want to look up the article, I'm not going to talk about the whole thing, but he was saying how he finally met his dad in 2009. They had an 11-year relationship until he passed away, apparently a couple of weeks ago. And he was talking about how the gist of the article was that his father was a difficult man. His father was just wild. His father just came out and would just cuss him out off top, like you ain't nothing. Like, bro, I only known you for like 2 weeks and you already telling me ain't crap. Yo, all right. Well, he said more than that. I'm being nice. The way he said in the article, his dad said way more than that. And apparently that's how his dad communicated, was just like really harshly. But the son grew to appreciate the father for who he was, and he understood that his father loved him, even though his father didn't know how to express it. And so he basically described how he had to kind of deal with it and then eventually deal with the passing of his father. And before I even get deep into that, man, let me give a shout out to those who fathers aren't here and got to go through the day, with that memory that their fathers aren't here. Big shout out to my granddaddy Roland, because he passed away a couple of months ago. So this is the first Father's Day with him not being here. So big up to also, big shout out to my mom, my Aunt Robbie, my Uncle Junior, my Uncle Boobot. But yeah, I'm not getting emotional. I'm not. I'm playing. That's what my sister would do. Anyway, let me see. And two, but seriously though, man, shouts out to anybody who's dealing with that first Father's Day, dealing with not having your father around, and to the fathers who have lost children, rather if those children passed away later on, or they didn't even cross that threshold. You are still a father, and that pain is real and relevant. And so yeah, for those who the rainbow babies, definitely understand, man, that you guys are fathers too, and salute to you guys. You know what I mean? So, but besides all that, before I really get emotional, I just thought it was interesting after reading the article. I didn't want to speak on fatherhood in hip hop because I saw a tweet. Man, like I said, I told you guys this was impromptu, so y'all got to bear with me. But I saw a tweet about someone was like, "Yo, I know we always talk about rap beef in hip hop, but what about songs about fathers?" And you know what it is, bro. And it's like, yeah, dads usually get, get the brunt of, or get the worst when it comes down to rap. I mean, granted, one of the greatest rap songs ever, and one of the greatest rap songs about mothers, like Tupac just totally drug into his dad. And what's crazy is his dad wasn't even dead. And he was like, I couldn't even cry at his funeral because I don't have love for a coward. And it's like, bro, your daddy wasn't even dead, dog. What you talking about? Like, other people may be shocked, like, I thought Tupac daddy was dead. Tupac dad was alive and well. He might still be alive and well while I'm tripping, but Tupac dad was alive and well when Dear Mama came out. So for Tupac to be like, I couldn't shed tears for a stranger, that was false. He was capping. That was all cap. Fathers get it the worst. Outside of Will Smith, the two of us, that's all we got. I mean, the game had. Well, we had some. Well, let's think about it. The dads the rappers become dads. They be all right. You know, Game put his son in front of his album cover for the documentary. Who else? Who else was really Nas gave Destiny executive producing credit, so she would get paid off his album. So, you know, so that was cool. But I guess not Nas and his dad. Speaking of fathers of rappers, Nas had a good relationship with his dad. So there's that. Speaking of Cap, yo, I just really thinking about fathers in hip hop. It's really complicated, which is probably how a lot of people see fathers in the black community. So maybe it's just a reflection. It's just really, really complicated because I mean, you think about Drake. That was Cap. Like Drake was like, yo, you know, my dad was cool, but I felt bad because I just brought a expensive car and he need money for cigarettes. And Drake dad was like, bro, I was there. What are you talking about? I was in the car with him when he wrote that. Hey, yeah, give me some change for some cigarettes, but I was in the car with him. What are you talking about? But yeah, Drake make it seem like all this time it was just him and his mom struggling in Canada until he got a big break in Degrassi. And even with Degrassi, it was still hard because he had to pay the bills, all the money. Drake Daddy came out, was like, bro, I was next door, dog. I had a whole house. Next, all he had to do was go across the street. I was right there. Your boy Cap. And then on the flip side, you know, Drake can't even express his love for his son without people bringing up Pusha T. God damn, dog. Jeez. Man. So there's that. But apparently that's what it is. You know what? I know what else I want to mention. Speaking of complications in hip hop, another thing that occurred to me too, it was just the tweet about dudes rapping about their fathers and how it's just usually all bad. I think it was Cricket. I think it was Cricket Eye. I think he mentioned it. Happy Pappy's Day. Eyes to Pappy. No boss, eyes to Pappy. I'm that boy Pappy. Anyway, you always be distracting me, bro. No. But so you had this article, I was reading an article, and then you had the tweet about the rappers beefing with their dad, Eminem. And the third thing was last night I was watching this live performance on Juneteenth, and it was Dermo, the son of T.I. And T.I. came on stage with him. It was kind of crazy because Dermo held his own. And it's kind of cool because he has kind of a J. Cole, Corday vibe. And maybe because he light skinned with dreads. Maybe being a colorist. But no, the music itself is really in that lane. Really early J. Cole, Corday type vibe. So big up to Dermo. It's kind of cool to see him come through that lane and not try to recapture his dad's energy because he can't. He didn't grow up like his dad. But it was interesting too that they had a song together. It was their first time performing together. They was mentioning that, and then T.I. started doing all his hits, and Dermo was just kind of like, "Yeah, can I kind of get back in?" Like I think he literally came back and was just like, "Hey, don't go anywhere. I got another song." Get your ass off stage, little boy. No, I'm joking. He's actually dope, man. They didn't boo him. But just interesting about the relationships or the father relationships in hip hop. Even Jermaine Dupri, like his dad was a whole manager out here. It was kind of funny because Jermaine Dupri was like, "Yeah, I mean, my mom grew up poor. We had to jump in the car on the same side because the other door didn't open." I was like, dog, your dad was a whole president of a record label. And I'm not saying that he didn't struggle, but looks like nepotism to me, Mr. Janet Jackson. What are you talking about? But, man, I don't have any. I don't have anything to say, but no. And then even personally, man, I've made one song about my trek into fatherhood. Probably to make another if I ever find myself back in the studio to give you guys an update because I can't. Yeah, all those things that I rapped about and still my heart, they've already come true. Past that, you guys need an update. My baby's growing up, but I've grown up and will continue to grow. But yeah, the thing is though, is I guess this argument for the some would say argument, some would say it's pure stone cold facts, and that's the importance of fatherhood, not just in hip hop, but important of fatherhood in the Black community. And of course, again, y'all see what it is. You can see my shirt and know how I feel. I do think that it is important that you do have fathers that are involved in their children's life. However, I will say this, and it was an interesting take in the article that the author was saying that he's glad and he think it was God's will that his father wasn't his father during his childhood. And he was saying that his father was the father he needed at that time when he was 29 years old. But he couldn't have imagined the trauma that his father probably would have brought in his life had he actually raised his son or raised him as his son. And I thought that was interesting because that's a take that I tend to look at when it's asserted that there needs to be Black fathers or just need to be fathers, period. But in particular, there's a lot of people that say, hey, the father needs to be in the household, need to be the head of the household, blah, blah, blah. And all things considered, well, if you're talking about a self-actualized person, a self-actualized Black man, I'm totally for that. You are absolutely right. The problem is that that's not always true. And it's not always true in other cases too. As far as, not only could you have a toxic father, you can have a toxic mother, you can have a toxic grandparents, toxic aunties and uncles. There's any type of family member that can really be a problem for that child. So for me, I try to stray away from that absolute because, yeah, sometimes that man may not should be there. And that's why he isn't there. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the mother's fault that, she got pregnant by someone who isn't fit to be a father. He's probably good at slinging it, but isn't good at being a father. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem with that. I guess for me, I'm saying I want to make sure I'm clarifying this. It's not an absolute. I do believe that a 2-parent household is best for a child. I do believe that if you have 2 strong parents, I mean strong not in physically or demanding, but strong in that they are really committed to raising children with themselves, then yes, that is what I think is the best possibility for children. However, I don't think that it should be an absolute because you may have 2 parents and you may have 2 good parents who just not good together. And that's not going to be healthy for the child. So they may be good separately. And I've seen cases like that where it's like separately, these are 2 amazing people who are raising the child and giving the child everything they need, but they just couldn't or can't do it together. And if they did try to do it together, it would be detrimental for the child. So therefore, I just can't absolutely be like, yo, the father needs to be there. No, what needs to be worked on is making sure that we as men first get ourselves together and make sure that we are self-actualized and understand what this society is and what is happening, so we can raise our children to do the best they can moving forward. And demanding to just be in your child's life without doing the work in yourself or for yourself, bro, that's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it. You have to make sure that you on your P's and Q's and making sure you got everything together. Now, if you have and you done, you got everything situated and you done what you had to do and you got what you got and you know that you are set to be the best father, and at that point the mother is tripping, then then that's a problem. That's a problem. And of course, if that's the issue, most people will tell you, take it to court. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that time and time again throughout the internets. Whenever there's a situation like that, and I know, there's a lot of people that don't want to do that. I understand. You don't want to go through that because you don't want to deal with the procedures and people that truly don't understand the dynamics of the family and this, that, and the third. But it is what it is. But in the meantime, between time, I just want to say to all of us, myself included, I'm still working on myself as far as just make sure that you got your stuff on point and then make sure you ain't out here tripping. And if you are tripping, like, I can't vouch for you, bro. I'm sorry. If you toxic, especially if you putting your hands on women, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to keep your hands to yourself, dog. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to sit here and not ask for your children without trying to get something from the mother. You know what I'm saying? Can't get your finances in order, like all of that. Like, bro, I can't vouch for you, man. Do what you gotta do. But what I know, what I see, most people around me, that's what they doing. Like, I know you'll see all these men, all these deadbeats, and y'all still friends with them. Like, yeah, I don't see that. Like, all the men around me doing what they got to do. All the men around me, for the most part, self-actualized as far as understanding they task as a father, and it's all salute. So I ain't got an issue, but I do understand that it's out there, and sometimes, especially with the music, it doesn't get expressed like that. That really, you got to step up for yourself, bro. Make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? She tripping, but make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow what she doing to knock you off what you need to do for yourself, and then in turn do for your children. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, if you know what you're doing, if you're doing it, continue to do it, man. Continue to push through. It's not an easy job, but anything great, anything good, it's not easy anyway. Yeah, the key word is healthy. # healthy. You want a healthy relationship, you want a healthy household for your children. You know what I'm saying? And also too, I say this before I get to these next songs so we can wrap this up. Your children's shortcoming isn't a reflection of you. Do what you got to do, and do it properly. But don't think, if your children don't end up a way that you would think is acceptable, rather shortcomings or rather something you just don't understand, not a reflection of what you've done. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go in and do your best. And just make sure you did your best. Then whatever the chips may lay is where they may lay. But just make sure at the end of the day, let me say this. Make sure at the end of the day you do what you do for your children, bro. Straight up. That's it. Not for you, not for some status, not for, not to even impress the child's mother or the mothers, not to impress your friends or Facebook or Instagram, not to so people can put a pat on your back and say, "Oh, you are a great father." No, do what you got to do and make sure you're doing it for that child. That's it. Point blank, period. I ain't gonna front. Sometimes I don't even like, posting pictures of my child because I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to toot my own. Nah, because it ain't about that. It's really not about that. I mean, you even if you look at the thumbnail to this podcast, it's not, oh, look at me. No. I do what I do for my daughter. That's it. Point blank, period. That's who I'm concerned with. And I believe that's what's in my heart. So any advice I would give to any upcoming father, any fathers that's in the middle of fatherhood and trying to figure this thing out, yeah, man, do what you gotta do for your child, bro. Do what you gotta do for your child, and they should be first and foremost in what you your actions, because they, like people say time and time again, they ain't asked to be here. They did not ask to be here. So you have to set all that stuff aside, rather if it's petty, or, especially if it's petty. Now, if it's essential, you gotta do what you gotta do to make sure the child's straight. But all the pettiness and the stupidness, you know what I'm saying? You trying to be rah, you trying to show out, you know what I'm saying? I definitely don't get the idea of dudes trying to get with a mama to get with a child. That's just nasty. But yeah, man, like lay all that aside, lay all the shenanigans aside, because at the end of the day, it's about that child, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that should be your focus. Even with trying to better yourself, is you better yourself for that child. You know what I'm saying? So they don't grow up dealing with your mess. Because they don't deserve that. They don't deserve to have to deal with your mess. They're gonna have their own mess to deal with. Don't put no added weight if you don't have to. All right. Take care of yourself. That's what, if I'm yo, let me preach to myself. Take care of yourself. Huh? You don't want your child up here having to spoon feed you because you ain't know how to take care of yourself, bro. You smoking cigarettes or you overeating all the time. Hey, so I'm talking to myself right now. Take care of yourself. All right. I'm going to these two songs. I'm gonna wrap this up real smooth, like at the end. So next two track I'm gonna play is my man Big Low with Water, and my man Stess the Emcee with Avocado. I'm gonna give y'all a little quick message about Juneteenth, and then we're gonna be up out of here. So I'll be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby. All right, boom, 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 and we back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. Yes, Felicia, I did go over an hour. You were right. I can run my mouth. Anyway, what you just heard was my man Big Low with Water, my man Stess the Emcee with Avocado, and my name is Enigma, which is a riddle. Also too similar to Mr. Enigma, the Riddler, and like the Riddler, I got jokes. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Juneteenth after playing two white MCs in hip hop. Let me start. Big Low ain't white. He everything, but and I did it on a pro black podcast network. I am evil. Let me stop. They're my bros. And they talk about fatherhood, both them songs. So screw you if you don't like it. But no, we'll get into this Juneteenth real quick, man. And then we'll get up out of here. God knows. Man, so Juneteenth was, if you're watching live, was yesterday. If you listen to the podcast, it was a couple of days ago. And the big thing is that Juneteenth has become a federally recognized holiday thanks to President Biden signing it into law. So now banks will be closed 3 times during the summer. So because Memorial Day is a spring holiday. Spring is tomorrow or today. Spring is today for those listening to the podcast. I mean, summer is today. Today is the last day of spring. If you listen to the podcast on Monday, it's the first day of summer. So Memorial Day is a spring holiday. You only get 2 summer holidays. That's Labor Day and the 4th of July. Now we have 3 with Juneteenth. That has nothing to do with anything except me being a nerd. Anyway, but this big hoopla about Juneteenth now being gentrified, if you will, because it has become a federal holiday. And my thoughts on that is y'all got to relax. Relax. Chill out. Honestly, I don't think the white people really want to mess with it. Sorry, white people. I don't think you guys really gonna want to mess with it anyway. Now, the last federal recognized holiday was Martin Luther King Day, and that I don't see anything ridiculous being done doing MLK Day. They like, you know what I'm saying? I think you see more President's Day sales than you do Martin Luther King Day sales. And even then, like, it's not even like President's Day. It's like, yeah, we're selling sofas for President's Day. It's like, we got President's Day off? We do? What? That's a holiday? So I really don't think it's gonna be that horrible. And I really yesterday, amongst all the noise, I really want to tell people, like, yo, just celebrate like we normally have celebrated. Now, me personally, I'm in Florida, of course. So for us, it was May Day. May Day was that celebration regarding the freeing of the slaves. So, was it May 20th? I think it was my sister's birthday. That was usually the day that, it was recognized here. I may have learned about Juneteenth maybe a little bit after high school, if not in high school. Or if I knew of it, I didn't, I wasn't well aware of the celebration behind it. I think the popularity of it grew since then. And so up until to this point, when now it's a federally recognized holiday. But yeah, I think the idea that it being made into a federal holiday and that's going to somewhat dilute what it means, I think is far-fetched. As long as we do what we got to do as Black people, if we keep the celebration going and really take ownership that we have of it, because making a federal holiday don't mean they took it. I mean, I'm really the government. Like, it's just say they recognize it. But as long as we continue to take ownership of it, then it's still ours. I mean, it's always gonna be ours. It's been ours. We created it. It's ours. There ain't no taking away from it. But I will say this though, because I think that's and I'm really getting out of like hip hop territory and into politics territory. So Pat, Joe, y'all can slice my throat later for taking a topic that should be on y'all show. But as far as the politics behind it, because it was very confusing, is that it was passed, say this word wrong again, anonymously, completely throughout the Senate, which meant Republicans and Democrats alike voted to make it a federal holiday, which is super weird, especially for the Republicans, since they've been blocking other passages that seemingly would benefit Black people, such as the George Floyd policing bill, and I want to say there was some other bill, and of course people bringing up the idea of reparations. So it's like, yo, y'all not going through doing all this for Black people, but y'all have no problem giving up a holiday, right? Then on top of that, you have Republicans across the country, conservatives in particular, who are in this campaign, this phantom camp. Well, the campaign is real, but this phantom issue of critical race theory being taught in schools. I say it's phantom because most schools don't have true critical race theory in their curriculum, unless you want to talk about Black History Month. Like, it's not a thing, but they're making it a thing, of course, as a dog whistle to scare white folks to say, hey, don't vote for these Democrats because they're going to brainwash your white children to hate themselves and probably harm themselves, because they're going to tell them that they aren't any good, as if Black children haven't been dealing with that since the beginning of this country, which is why we have critical race theory in the first place. But I digress. So you have this big campaign, and even here in the state of Florida, the governor, which I won't name his name, has decided to try to pass whatever law or bill or whatever to keep critical race theory from being taught in schools when it hasn't. So just a phantom bill of nothingness. Anyway, so to think that this party of people would agree to celebrate federally Juneteenth, which is the epitome of what critical race theory is about. It's like the ideal that there are mechanisms in this country that that basically oppress Black people. You had Black people who were freed in some kind of way by the Emancipation Proclamation signed by Abraham Lincoln, and there were slave owners in Texas that was like, yeah, all right, whatever. The Negroes can't read, so we're going to keep this going. And then somebody finally said, hey, the Negroes can't read, so I'm just going to say it out loud. And they was like, oh, snap, word. It was like, yeah, man. He was like, yo, why y'all didn't say this like 3 years ago? Racism. So then they was like, okay, cool, Juneteenth, we free. So yeah, you're gonna celebrate Juneteenth, which is the epitome of why we need critical race theory. Confusing, but I think that's actually it. It gave us a holiday, but trying to stop our vote, right? But I think, vote. That's it. I think the purpose behind it is not to pacify Black people. Well, at least that may be what the Democrats may be trying to do, but whatever. That new under the sun. But I think the interesting thing, and I think what people aren't considering, again, why would the Republicans, because they're not trying to pacify us, right? Why would the Republicans do it? And I think what it is they're trying to cause confusion, because they're trying to tell their constituents, particularly white people, of course, not completely white people, it's Black people that have fallen on this stupid crap anyway. But they're trying to tell their constituents that their attack on critical race theory isn't racist, that they truly believe that it would be harmful to white kids, which is racist. And it's not, because it's not harmful to white kids. But anyway, that's their assertion. So to turn around and vote for Juneteenth, they can go around and say, see, clearly I'm not racist. If I was racist, I wouldn't have voted for this to be a federal holiday. So you can't call me racist against Black people. I'm just trying to keep something away from our schools that we think is racist against white kids, which is not true, because again, like I just broke down, the whole attack on critical race theory is some phantom boogeyman that he's trying to conjure up to scare stupid white people. But and there's a lot of smart white people, so shouts out to y'all. But on the flip side, that to me, I think that's the purpose on the conservative side. They're trying to just causes confusion. And so when you have moderate Republicans, moderate Democrats, or independents, Black or white, that they will look and be like, well, maybe like all they need is that little piece of confusion. Because when someone told me years ago, when it comes down to elections are won in the margins. And all they need is that little margin, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% margin of people who would say, I would absolutely not vote for them for this, and say, you know what, I may vote for them if that wasn't the case. And if you can prove that this senator or that senator or this senator or that representative isn't truly racist, all right, I'll vote for them otherwise. And that's all they need. It's for those little small people to say, it looks like they're racist, but maybe they're not, so I'll vote for them anyway. And they need that flip to win Congress back and possibly win the presidency back in 2024. So elevate. It's deeper than what you think, man. It's deeper than what you think. That's all I got. So true. It's up for us for our teach out. That's why I say it's on us. Even with this Juneteenth. Even with Juneteenth coming federal holiday, it's on us to teach it. It's been on us, and it shall continue to be on us. Man, okay. So that's it. I definitely went over my time with no guests. So just to let you guys know, this is me. It's my fault. That's why this Enigma Sept Hour is more than an hour because of me. We'll get up out of here, man. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. In particular, the Black fathers, man. Hold it up. I know it seemed like I kind of got in y'all ass this episode, and I know y'all was looking for me to kind of be nice, but it was really a call of arms, if you will, a call for us to step up and stand up and make sure we do what we doing. And if you're doing it, it ain't for you. You know what you're doing, cool. But if you think you kind of on the fence, or if you ain't doing shit, it's a call for you to step up, man. Do what you got to do so you can earn this crown. You know what I mean? We got to earn this crown every day. Don't stop. It ain't never going to stop. Ain't no, child 18. No, this don't ever stop. Keep earning this crown. So let's make sure we keep it straight, keep it strong, and be the not just the strong Black men that we are, intelligent, ambitious, spiritual, emotional. There's nothing wrong with being emotional. Let me clarify that before I get up out of here. There's nothing wrong with being emotional, bro. You know what I mean? The ideal is to be conscious of your emotions, but it's not for you to be unemotional. Show emotion, but just understand what your emotions are. Your emotions are part of your intelligence. Your emotions are just your brain telling you what you're feeling when you may not understand what it is. So it's for you to be in tune to your emotions to understand what you're feeling. It's not for you to ignore. It's for you to truly recognize and see what you're going through. That's being self-actualized. It's understanding who you are in all facets. You know what I'm saying? So not being emotional is that makes you a psychopath. I'm laughing, but it's true. That makes you a psychopath, bro. It's not about being non-emotional. Yeah, you feel sad, mad, upset, angry, happy, all that. It's good to be emotional. There's nothing wrong with being emotional. Just have an understanding of where that emotions is stemming from. Anyway, let's continue to do this, man. Keep up the good fight, bro. And I'm here with you 110%. All right. So we'll get up out of here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for listening. And see you guys next week. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby.